How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggy with It. I'm Will, and today we're opening up another Disney Villainous expansion. This is one of the older expansions, Wicked to the Core. Reason being is that we are playing it on the channel this week, and well, I've never done an unboxing. So that said, let's go ahead and flip over, get a overview of what comes inside, plus what the decks are, and well, I guess what the objectives are for each of the villains. All right, there we go. This is the box, so it is the purple box, Wicked to the Core. It does feature the following villains. We have Hades from Hercules. We have Dr. Facilier. I never know how to say his name. From The Princess Frog. And of course, the Evil Queen from Snow White. So of course, we played a couple different ones. Usually, we had fun with them. This one we did play, so I'm opening this after the gameplay, of course. Maybe that's how I should do most of our openings. That way I have a little bit more semblance of how they play. But this one we did enjoy. If you go back and watch our gameplay, you'll see that we actually enjoyed this one a bit more. Rulebook is standard fare, right? So you got your setup, realm. There's not much difference in the books, minus of course them showing the cards. Sometimes there are additional, like here, this one's actually got a little note saying that there are specific cards for these particular characters. I can say in the last box I opened, it didn't say that, right? It didn't say, oh, there were special cards or special instructions. But just remember, there always is. If you don't know that, you'll get the rules wrong, as we unfortunately did in our gameplay. All right. So the first one we have here is the Evil Queen. So this is the Evil Queen's book. So her villain guide. So she basically, in the Evil Queen, basically what she's trying to do is unlock the dwarves' cottage by playing different ingredients to her realm, and then she's going to be converting her power into poison that she'll then use to try to defeat the different heroes, and then of course ultimately defeat Snow White once she's able to pull that out. So she doesn't have a vanquish action, but she has a lot of activated abilities. The second one is Hades here. So there's a Hades villain guide. Hades is basically trying to get the different titans from the underworld all the way over to Mount Olympus. So he's going to just do a lot of move actions to get them over there. He has a lot of cards that allow him to play cards for free, giving him that ability, but unfortunately his titans can get tapped or trapped. I keep saying tapped because I'm thinking, you turn them sideways because you playing Magic or any of those, you tap a card, you turn it sideways. But they can get trapped and you have to untrap them so they can keep moving on. And then the last one is Dr. Facilier. There we go, Facilier. And what he wants to do is you need to have the talisman, and then you also need to get Rule New Orleans by pulling a card. So he plays a little bit differently because he's going to have this fortune pile, which is a bunch of cards, and through the fate deck or through his own cards, he can add, remove, play different cards, and then activate those cards, and hopefully he gets the one that he needs to win the game. So of course having too big of a hand could be a detriment. And then of course you get your normal villain player aids. All right. So we'll take a look at the player boards. So here is the Evil Queen's board. So of course we're going to go through, she's got the laboratory, there's the special action for making the potions, and then the woods, the mine, and then the dwarf's cottage, which of course starts locked at the beginning of the game, so you have to get that unlocked. And when Snow White comes out, she goes right to that spot. So it's not like, oh, I could just ignore it. No, it's locked. She stays there. And then this one here, we have the underworld. What is that? Thebes, the Guardians, and then of course Mount Olympus, which is your end goal to get them all the way up here. That's for Hades. Then we got Dr. Facilier. Yeah, the Doctor. Dr. F. We'll just call him Dr. F. Voodoo Emporium, the Parade, Tiana's Palace, and then the Bayou. I do need to watch The Princess and the Frog. Have not watched that one in quite a while. Right, so we'll go through the cards as we always do, to go through the decks. That way you guys can see what the cards are. Let me get this straightened a little bit because it was actually being very difficult for me to actually do anything with this. All right, so there we go. So this one here, Hermes is one of the heroes that will come out. Hermes, when he's played, if Zeus is in the realm, you can move Zeus to any location. Otherwise, find Zeus and put him at the top of the fate deck, which means Zeus is basically coming out the next time. Hercules basically, if you put him in a location, Titans can't be moved. Where are you going to put them? You're going to put them in the underworld. That way all the Titans get stuck down there. Go the distance. Either move an untapped Titan up to 2 locations away, including all heroes and Titan abilities, or ignoring the abilities. Because when you move a Titan, they have an ability. We'll see that on the cards. Or move a hero to any location. So the same thing. You can move Hercules somewhere else if you had to. Very bad card. Medallion. The medallion's played attached to a hero. That hero gets additional strength. Lightning Bolt. Choose a location in Hades' realm. All Titans at the location are trapped, which is what I was talking about when you tap them sideways. Phil and Hercules get +1 strength if Hercules is in the realm. Hera's played, moved, actually. You may choose a Titan at her location and you trap it, so she's real good to get out. The Gospel Truth. Discard an item or an ally from the realm. Megara. When Megara is played, you may move a hero from her location to any location. Pegasus played, you may move an untrapped Titan from his location to an adjacent location. Then Zeus, which teams up with Hermes there, right? If a Titan moves to Zeus's location, that Titan is immediately trapped before the Titan's ability is triggered. So they won't get to even trigger the ability by moving him there. All right, so Lythos. So these are his actual deck. So Lythos, all of the Titans can only be played to the underworld, and then you got to move them across the board, of course. When Lythos is moved, you may perform a vanquish action at his location, and then he must be used. So that's the only disadvantage, is if you use the Titans, which is most of Hades' force. He's got a couple regular allies, but you lose them, right? They're still going to be taken out just like they would any other ally. Speaking of ally, Hydra. If you defeat a Hydra, it goes back into your hand instead of into your discard. Get ready to rumble. You can pay 2 power to move a Titan to an adjacent, or you can spend 5 to move it 2 away. So it's just a quicker way to get your Titans moved over to Mount Olympus. Achilles' heel. Choose a hero. That hero gets -2 for that turn. Stratos can only be played, of course, Underworld. Stratos is moved to a hero from that new location to an adjacent. So he basically just tosses a hero away. Cerberus, basically, he can be attacked 2 different sides. He's got multiple heads, so he can attack center or left and right, Makes sense. Hydros. Hydros location, -1 strength, and they cannot be moved by fate cards. Nessius is defeated a hero with a strength of 3 or less. He gains power. Pyrrhus, another Titan. Pyrrhus can only be played on... Why am I reading that again? Pyrrhus is moved to an untapped Titan. He can basically untap Titans at locations he goes to. Argus, if he's moved, he gains a power. So the Chariot, once per turn, Hades can use, if he's at the location of the Chariot, then he can go to any location and perform 1 additional action, but it can't be a fate action. Pain is moved. He may move a hero from Pain's location to his location. From Pain's previous location to his location. Okay. Ruthless. So basically, if your opponent has 6 power, you get to play an ally or Titan for free. I Rule. Basically, you get 1 power for each ally or Titan that's gotten discarded. Rage. If another player defeats a hero with 3 or less, you may move a hero in your room I guess bedroom. I guess Hades is in his bedroom if he's in the underworld. Panic. If Hades is at Panic's location, the cost to play anything is increased. Mortality, basically, when you attach it to a hero, when you defeat the hero, your cards aren't discarded. So that's really the only way for your Titans to be able to attack and not get discarded. Planets align, untrap 1 or more Titans in your realm. The cost to play is equal to the number of Titans you untap. So a lot of those, you get 3 of those, so it's not hard to untap them. It's just a matter of, getting them out there in the first place. And then Eye of Fates, reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal an ally. Put that into the hand and discard the rest. So that is Hades. All right. So now we are on to the Evil Queen. So here are her fate cards. So woodland creatures. Evil Queen must reveal her hand. Choose 1 to discard. Love's Kiss. She loses 1 poison, and then you choose a hero from the realm and the fate, or from her discard pile, and you put it back in the fate deck. Dopey. All other heroes get +1 strength. Doc has to be defeated before anybody else. Bashful. You got to pay 1 power to perform the brew poison action, so it's going to cost 2 power to make 1 poison. Pickaxe played to a hero, they get plus strength. Grumpy gets +1 strength if there are no other heroes, so he's a loner. Happy is played, the Evil Queen loses poison equal to the number of heroes. Sleepy is revealed during the fate, you play both cards. Sneezy is played, you may discard an item where he goes. Wishing Well is played, each time the Evil Queen goes to a location, she loses a poison. And then Snow White basically has to have a Casper hair right in the middle of the cards. But Snow White, she basically comes out to the cottage, and then she gets +1 strength for every other hero in the realm. So the more heroes there are, the more poison she's going to need to take, or she needs to take them out, right? In her deck, she's got the Throne. She gets to take 1 power from the supply and add it to your poison. So basically just is an automatic conversion. Mummy Dust. Each time you fate a target before your next turn, you get 1 power to turn into poison. So that's one of her ingredients, one of the 4 ingredients. Choose an item and an ingredient from your deck, discard pile, put it into your hand, and you get to shuffle. Look at the top 4 cards, and then you get to take 1, discard the others. Thunderbolt, you get to duplicate the ability of another ingredient, so any of the ingredients that you have, you can duplicate. Huntsman, heroes at Huntsman get -1 strength, and then on activate, you can move him to another location. The box, you get 1 power for each hero in your discard, up to 3. Here's another ingredient. You may perform 1 additional action on the square. Of course, it can't be a fate action, very similar to Hades' ability. Or not Hades, Philosopher or Hades, one of the 2. You can't do a fate. Anytime it lets you do it again, you can't do a fate. I forget what it said it was. I'll fix you in this turn. You may perform actions that are covered up by a hero. I'll get you, my pretty. Oh no, that's a different witch. Old Axe Crackle. So there's another ingredient. Basically, you get 1 power for each hero. And then the last ingredient, Scream of Fright. Choose an unlocked location. You can move a hero with a strength of 3 or less to another unlocked location. It just allows you to move the heroes off of the spots you don't want them. Jealousy Condition. During your turn, if another player gains 3 or more power, you can play it and then take 1 power and turn it into poison. Magic Mirror, very powerful. You get a free draw every time you get fated, but then that's how you basically find Snow White. And then Take a Bite, choose a hero, and then this is how you poison them, is with the take a bite cards. Lots of those, plenty of opportunities since she doesn't have a vanquish action. And then Vanity, during your turn, if another player has 2 or more items, you can play Vanity, reveal the top 3 of your deck, discard them, and return the top in any order. All right, so that is good old Evil Queen beating up on Snow White. And then last is Dr. Facilier. There we go. All right, so we got Maven. When Maven is played, you can move a hero from his realm to an adjacent location. Big Daddy LeBeau. When BD is played, you can choose a card from the fortune pile, return it to the top of the deck. So basically, if you get the card that he needs in there, your opponent plays that, it's going right back into your deck, and then you have to do it all over again. Evening Star, choose an ally in the location, put the ally into the fortune pile. So that's that fortune deck. Charlotte, when she's played, look at the top 2 cards and put them into the fortune pile, turn the rest to face up. Mama Odie, I don't remember her name. When they play a card, the cards will tell. He only reveals 2 cards. So normally you reveal 3 and you take the action on all 3. Eudora. When Eudora is defeated, choose an opponent. That opponent reveals and plays the top card of the Fate deck. Juju. You may choose 1 item at his location, put it into the fortune pile. Tiana. All of the cards cost are increased by 1. If you move to Louis' location, you must reveal the hand of the opponent in choice. The opponent chooses a card, puts it into the fortune pile. Look at the top 3 cards of the deck, put any of them into the fortune pile, return the rest to the top of the deck. Ray, if he's revealed during the fate action, you may play both cards revealed during the fate action. So a lot of them have that, play both cards. Snow White had that same thing. Our cards, so this is a -2 strength. So when frog form is played on a hero, they get -2 strength. The mass spirits, these have a fortune. So this is where the fortunes come in. When you pull them out of the fortune deck, you're going to play the fortune if it has one. So this in particular, If it is resolved during the action, return the unresolved cards, and then the spirits are revealed. So basically, he stops all the other fortune cards from activating. Normally, the effect is gain 2 power, put friends on the other side into the fortune pile, and then when it's pulled from the fortune pile, you get another 2 power. Terror. During a turn of another player gains 3, or their turn, power. You may play terror with an ally or effect in your discard pile and put it into your hand. So basically, to get things out of your discard pile. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put the rest in your hand, discard the rest. Fortune, same ability, then discard the hand. Rule New Orleans, so this is one he wants to win the game. Put it into your fortune pile when you play it. Fortune, if you have the control of the talisman, you basically win the game. And there's the talisman. Each time a hero with a strength of 3 or less is defeated, attach the talisman to that hero. When the hero is defeated, talisman is returned to the same location. Cannot be put into the fortune pile. So basically the heroes are going to take it, and then you got to defeat them to get it back. Voodoo dolls with another little bit of Caspito. Voodoo dolls are moved. You may move a hero to the same distance or location. Desperation. During your turn, if another player discards 2 or more cards, you can play Desperation. Choose a card from the fortune, put it into your hand. Lawrence. Every time a hero is played, you can move Lawrence to that location. Shadow Spirits, no actual ability, so they're really just used for your ally, but if they're in your fortune deck, lose 2 power, but then you discard the spirits. So there's not really good fortune to me. I don't know. Because you're losing power. Yeah. Kane, if it's at this location, may perform 1 available action and an adjacent action. You cannot use Kane to perform free actions. Illusion Powder, if you defeat a hero, you can choose up to 2 cards and put them in your discard from your fortune. Before he moves, if Shadow Man is the location, you may move Shadow Man. Play Shadow Man from to the Voodoo Emporium. Cards will tell, so this is how you basically go through the deck. You basically go through the fortune pile, draw 3 cards, take the actions on them, and, well, hope you get the one that you need to win the game. So there we go, guys. That is the entirety of this box. There we go. If you guys want to see the gameplay for Wicked to the Core, we do have the one gameplay already up that you can watch, but we will be playing this Saturday the gameplay with Wicked to the Core with Dr. Facilier. I keep saying it wrong. I'm going to keep saying it wrong. Dr. F. But the good doctor will be going up against Madam Mim from the latest box, which is bigger and badder. So again, if you want to watch that, subscribe to the channel, hit that reminder button on this live stream video. And until next time, guys, peace.